You, like me, a blade with no obvious connection to the city of Sheffield. You were born in Devon. I hope I'm going to get this right. Lived in Wales. Now, I believe, are you in the West Midlands?
Yeah, I mean, I've spent my time, half the time, between Hereford and Rotherham. The reason I'm here in Rotherham at the moment, and this is my connection, when I'm not on telly, I work for the world's biggest pub quiz company, Redtooth, which is based in Marlborough. And Martin Green is the managing director and majority owner. And he has had various functions in the Sheffield United club. He's certainly been a director at one point, a vice president. And so he kept inviting me into the boardroom to be their tame celebrity. And I've got to admit, I love sports. And I love sport where there's a nice meal beforehand, even more. And a comfy seat.
So who are some of your Sheffield United heroes that you've enjoyed watching?
Funny enough, it's not the ones you necessarily think of. I like the slightly quirky ones. Henderson, brilliant. I understand why he went to Man United, but you got to be thinking Ramsdale's probably overtaken you in the England goalkeeper ranks now because he's playing regularly. So do you want to be the best reserve keeper in the world? The other ones I liked is the ones who never quite got their opportunities, who flattered to deceive, and others might disagree with them. I met them quite a few times. Google and Ryan Flynn. That was when the era where Clough Jr. liked signing small Scottish midfielders. And they had
not just midfielders as well. Like left back,
so many
strikers.
players. And I remember one of the things was when we got promotion to the Championship, I bumped into him coming out of the thing, and it was Hugo with all his kit and stuff in a black bin bag. And what can you say to someone who knows he may have got promotion, but he's just played his last game for the club? Because that's the thing we forget when we get promotion. A lot of the players have effectively played themselves out of a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I keep an eye on him go and his various things. Lewis Reed, another one, looked a good young player, had some brilliant touches, and he's now with Swindon, I think it is, because I follow him on Twitter. And you hope these lads are going to get back up into the higher echelons.
Yeah, I thought he was still at Peterborough, but he was on TV the other night, wasn't he, in the FA Cup against, was it Man City, I think? He was taking a corner, and I'm like, that looks very much like Louis Reed.
And realised what a brutal business football is. I think as fans, we've got no right to expect any loyalty from the players because we're all clubs now are a business, and ultimately there comes a point where somebody you can't justify paying them. I have no idea. I've got no background knowledge at all, but what's going to happen to Billy Sharp at some point, because he's exceeded his lifespan as a centre forward striker. But sooner or later, it's going to be, there was a great line from Moneyball. Sometimes you're told you can't play at 18, other times it's 45. But in the end, we're all told you can't play anymore. And it's going to happen to him and what he does next.
Yeah, Michael Lewis, what a writer. Agreed.
Oh, good knowledge. Impressed. I was concentrating on the stats. You actually paid attention to the writing. But I can see the argument. You can see a Moneyball approach to soccer to football, but the difference there, baseball, because of the batting lineups and stuff, it is very statistical, and you can almost play a computer literally lineup thing. Football, of course, it's the added values. It's when do you find the partnerships that work well together. So two players may only be worth £1 million each, but actually together they're fantastic as a central defensive unit or whatever. Hence the joy of Football Manager. And despite me being a certified genius, I still can't play that game. All I do is play 4-4 beeping 2 every week. That's the limit in my football knowledge.